These lads are training for a future in football as community coaches. Colin Hardy is one of them. This time last year he was on the dole. Then the Wise Group got him a dream job.
It's a chance with Celtic, it's a community coach. You go around schools and after school centres and you help out. But Celtic, I think you've got your badges first. You start off just shadowing other coaches in community centres and schools. And your days like this, we doing your training badges before you'll be into your school yourself, taking your own sessions and that.
Colin's 23 now. The Wise Group placed him with Celtic. And if he passes his training badges, he'll have a guaranteed job coaching in local schools.
After 26 weeks, these guys will have the early touches which they're doing today. They'll have done their level 2 young footballers, their first aid certificates, their heart start. We had 9 community coaches that finished up in December there from the last programme, and 8 of them took us up on a part-time contract, so they're still at the club.
Funnily enough, history is repeating itself here. 7 years ago, Hugh himself was out of work. Back then, the Wise Group placed him with Celtic as well.
The Wise Group in Glasgow Celtic, very, very high my priorities in terms of who helped me get back to full-time work. Can't say enough about it, guys. Fantastic.
Get the technique right when you're coming up.
The Wise Group specialises in getting people into work.
Brilliant, well done at the end, excellent.
Colin Hardy was one of 5,330 placed in 2010. More than double the figures for the previous year.
I think it says that our staff understand their customers, understand what they can offer employers, and understand what employers need. And if we can match those together, then we can deliver performance that gets customers jobs and helps companies grow.
So what do experts outside the Wise Group have to say?
Is in a competitive marketplace, most of its competitors are big private sector organisations working with unemployed people, many of them multinational companies nowadays. So the fact that the Wise Group can hold its head up in that very competitive environment says a lot about its effectiveness as an organisation, as an enterprise, and as a social enterprise at the end of the day.
So to Brunton's Butchers, New Mains in Lanarkshire.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again. Cheers, Mr. Dunn, thank you.
When Philip Dougal went to the Wise Group, he'd been unemployed for 2 years.
I've been unemployed 2 or 3 times, like, out of work, and then back into work. I got a job again, but that last time was the worst. That was the longest I'd been off, and I was just signing on every week as normal. Then they put me to the Wise Group, and it was through the Wise Group that I ended up with this job.
Before the Wise Group came along, Philip thought he might never get another job.
When you become 61, you don't know if you're ever going to get employed again, to let you understand. But fortunately for me, the goodness of Mr. Brunton has given me a job, so I'm back in the land of the living, as the saying goes.
Actually, Philip's age turned out to be part of a perfect match for Brunton's Butchers.
A lot of young ones don't want to do a Saturday. They want to be out on a Friday night, and we start at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning, so Philip's been a godsend, really, and he's working really well, and as I say, I don't know where we'd be without him, he's been a godsend to the company.
2010 has been a record year for the Wise Group getting people into work across the generations.